from the local station, News 4 Jacked starts now.
Right now at 6 o'clock, disturbing new information released in the murder of 13-year-old Tristyn Bailey. Dozens of pages of documents show the schoolmate charged with killing her had violent drawings in his bedroom. Investigators say the drawings had satanic elements to them. We want to warn you, some of the information we're sharing with you is disturbing.
And St. Johns County investigators interviewed Aiden Fucci's girlfriend and cousin. The cousin said Fucci once told her he might go to jail at some point in his life for something big. News 4 Jax reporter Corley Peel begins our coverage. Corley joins us live from northern St. Johns County with a girlfriend's statements.
Inside the Durbin Crossing neighborhood, where you can see there are still aqua ribbons wrapped around trees, is where Fucci's girlfriend told detectives he planned to murder someone. She even claims he threatened her life more than once. The 14-year-old accused of killing 13-year-old Tristyn Bailey had anger issues, according to his girlfriend. She claims Aiden Fucci frequently talked about killing people, even killing her. According to this report, she says he would hear voices in his head when he was angry. The voices would tell him he was worthless and a disappointment. And the voices told him to kill people when he was angry. She says Fucci knew something was wrong with him and wanted to reach out for help. I spoke with News 4 Jax crime and safety expert Ken Jefferson, who is a retired police officer.
Well, obviously, nobody took him serious until at the actual act, and unfortunately, it was too late.
Fucci's girlfriend told detectives he had two knives named Picker and Poker. On occasion, she claims he would take his knife out and pretend to stab her. The report shows he would surprise her from behind and put a knife to her throat. 1 month before Bailey's death, Fucci's girlfriend told detectives he planned to murder someone by dragging them into the woods and stabbing them. Bailey was reported missing on May 9th. She was found hours later brutally stabbed and left in a wooded area in the Durbin Crossing neighborhood. While Fucci was in the back of this patrol car, he spoke with his girlfriend. She says Fucci told her he was going to be arrested and that he was going to plead the fifth. Detectives say none of Fucci's threats prior to Bailey's death were ever reported to authorities.
Do you feel like if someone spoke up, maybe this might not have ever happened?
If someone had spoken up, this possibly could have been avoided. Maybe they could have gotten to him in time to get inside of his head to see what's making him tick.
And at this time, it's still unclear if Fucci targeted Tristyn Bailey, but he is charged with first-degree murder. And News 4 Jax crime and safety expert Ken Jefferson says it's extremely important to always speak up if you see something suspicious or see suspicious behaviors to prevent tragedies like this. Reporting live from St. Johns County, Corley Peel, Channel 4, the local station.
Corley, according to deputies, did Fucci tell his girlfriend anything about the night Bailey was last seen alive?
Mary, according to the report, Fucci's girlfriend told detectives that while she was speaking with him in the back of the patrol car, she asked him if he had been with Tristyn. She said that she didn't know that he was with her the night before, but when she asked him, he did confirm that he was with her the night before. The report also shows that he told his girlfriend that Tristyn likely went home with a friend that night.
Corley Peel, that is, reporting to us live. Thank you, Corley.
News 4 Jax reporter Scott Johnson is joining us now. He's been going through the documents as well that News 4 Jax obtained today, including the autopsy report. We want to warn you again, much of the content of this story is hard to hear, Scott.
Tom, we cannot overstate that enough. This information, very disturbing. The report show signs pointed to 14-year-old Aiden Fucci as the suspect, including a handprint found on Tristyn Bailey's leg, a print believed to be from Fucci. The full report is as horrific as you can imagine. Dozens of documents, and the most disturbing by far comes in the medical examiner's report of how Tristyn Bailey was killed. The report shows at least 35 wounds are over the head and neck, and it goes into horrific detail on those wounds. Overall, Tristyn was stabbed 114 times. I talked with Dr. Stephen Bloomfield, a forensic psychologist who specializes in cases like these.
Something happened. There was a click of rage or something where he just couldn't control his impulse. Or he has a mental illness.
Documents relate to Aiden Fucci and what homicide investigators found in his bedroom, a notebook that contained drawings of a violent nature that depicted a satanic element to them, to include a pentagram.
one would want to explore how much satanic, ritualistic stuff he was in, look at his computer, look at his social media, see if he was a member of any groups, see if he had accessories, things that go along with that.
Investigators also found one drawing of a nude female with what appeared to be several limbs depicting blood coming from the wounds. We're also learning about home surveillance video that showed two teens going into the woods, and then Fucci eventually comes out alone. Several homeowners in the area told investigators about tunnels that led to an area the teens called the sanctuary. Tom, back to you.
Thank you, Scott. Coming up tomorrow on the morning show, a local psychiatrist will join us to describe how parents can talk to their children if that child should hear someone threatening violence. Plus, warning signs parents can look for that indicate that your child is struggling. That's tomorrow at 7:40 a.m.